Well, welcome back, Gemini. We are going to do your reading for the second week in November. So we're at the midpoint of Scorpio season. So from around November 8th to the 14th, 2021. If you have a sun, moon, or rising in the sign of Gemini, this might be your reading. We are going to continue unfolding this saga. We're in Scorpio season. There is a lot of deep diving into the depths of our situations. Scorpio is always a time of evaluating our situations and purging energy that needs to be purged so that we can transform and we can take opportunities that may be new, that may be in front of us that we hadn't considered before. So, with all that said, Gemini, if you'd like to stick with me to the end of the reading, I'm going to actually be reading the advice out of the Yogic Path Oracle by Sahara Rose. And that's going to be at the conclusion of the tarot portion when we get into the oracles. So if that's of interest to you, hang around. And without further ado, let's get into the message. So, the bottom of the two decks, we had the Queen of Wands and Queen of Pentacles. So really like this. Queens being a very feminine energy, they're mature energy. Queen of Wands is that, that very confident, that bold queen. She commands a lot of respect, right? And so that with the Queen of Pentacles, which is, it's like having the confidence in yourself, Gemini, that you're going to be able to come into this real alignment with your own feminine energy, which is to attract all good things to you. Queen of Pentacles is that very stable home environment, work environment, relationships, right? Anything that nurtures you, that makes you feel secure, that allows you to flourish and to thrive, right? So we have a lot of really good supportive energy on this reading. So I like that. So let's get into the message and see what we have, Gemini. We've got the Four of Cups into the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups into the King of Swords, and finally in this deck we have a major arcana called the Artist. So we do see here in the first scene this Four of Cups, and that's where you can see the universe is coming in with these angel wings on the fourth cup. There's some kind of an opportunity. It brings you into a four, right, which is a stable energy, a cups being emotions. But we see in the four, oftentimes the character, as in this depiction, is kind of not really paying attention. It's like, I don't know, does he not care? Is he so distracted mentally that he's not recognizing that there's like a gift that's sort of in front of him? Let's go into the story. Underneath, we had the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Well, we do have the Queen again. So, yeah, there's something, Gemini, in this message about you needing to work on bringing your thought life into a balanced and harmonious place. There's something, I don't know if it's like a little bit of paranoia or if it's just a little bit of like you're worried about being deceived or wearing a false mask or something, but there's something where you're having to like draw this energy from this Queen of Wands to like come into like a balanced, harmonious place where, again, you're sort of like working on you need to, there's something about this offer, this cup that wants to come in. Let's see what comes next. Yeah, we've got the Six of Pentacles. So again, a number six. There is something where you're trying to come into harmony within yourself. And I feel like you're not quite centered. I feel like you're between the six and the seven. There's part of you that isn't sure whether you should accept the cup. It's like you don't know if you can trust it. Okay, that's what that seven is. Six of Pentacles is being clarified by the King of Swords, the Hermit, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so there is something brand new that's coming in, definitely. Okay, so are you going to feed your energy into it? Six of Pentacles. We do see you kind of coming. So it's clarified by the King of Swords and the Hermit. I mean, I like that. Maybe in this Four of Cups, the hesitation is necessary because you really need to connect into your like own intuition on this one. So you're taking a minute to sort of get your own inner guidance, like to tune in to your own wisdom on this thing. Because clearly there's something brand new that's presenting itself. But you're questioning, and rightly so, in a discerning manner, in a mature manner. You're questioning if this is something that is going to bring you into, again, this harmonious six. Is this going to bring you like a reciprocal? Is the offer reciprocal? In other words, what you're putting in, is it, there's something about this. It makes you pause for a minute. Probably because of some past circumstance or some past scenario where you've given too much to a situation, is how I'm feeling. And like, it's like you're almost protecting yourself, because you don't want to get caught up in a situation where you just hop on this brand new thing, precipitously. Like, you need to learn more about it. So maybe this is a job offer. Maybe this is a person just coming in with some other kind of an offer. Certainly it could be a love offer. I mean, it really could be any kind. We don't really have any particular indication here, but we do see you definitely being a lot up in your head about it. I feel like whatever this opportunity is, it's going to take work. It's definitely going to take work. And so you're kind of weighing out the pros and the cons. Like, is this really going to be worth it? Okay, there's the Knight of Cups. So it's definitely an emotional offer. And the thing with the Knights, and this is being clarified, there's that Six of Pentacles again. A 6, a 7, and a 4. Yeah, this is all a block. We see you going round and around. So the thing with the Knight, here's what I was going to say about the Knight of Cups, okay? It's usually like a passionate offer. Like, this could literally be a person coming to you and offering you a cup of love. Like, no doubt about it. Like, that would be a very traditional interpretation of the Knight of Cups, like a romantic offer, okay? But it doesn't even have to be like tradition, like a romantic offer. It could be, right? But this is like an offer that you're receiving. And what has you questioning it is that it's a knight, the energy of the knight. So it's not really a mature. It's not necessarily a mature. It's like, it's impassioned. So maybe this is like a new job opportunity. Even think about all the ways that cups, that things that get us excited emotionally can come in, right? Like, it could be something very small, like your neighbor, wanting to give you a free piece of furniture. And you're like, why are you wanting to give me your furniture for free? Like, this is somebody coming to you and saying, hey, I have the thing just for you. It's like a salesman, right? It's like, and you're like, why are you trying to offer me this thing? And like, right? And you're just like, Six of Pentacles. Like, what do you want from me? Like, are you trying to trick me? Like, you're trying to like weigh out like if you can trust this. That's what it feels like, right? Again, the Six of Pentacles is like twice. Repeating cards all over this reading. It's like, okay, yeah, but what do I have to do? Like, what's the fine print here? Right? And you're using that discernment, that King of Swords, that Gemini intellect, going, oh, I feel like I've seen this before. Like, I'm not really sure about all this. If I invest in this situation, what is my return going to be? And Four of Cups, like, so there's the Three of Cups, which is like your friends or people, coworkers, like people in your environment, neighbors, even. Like Three of Cups, it's very, it's harmoniously seeming, but they're all pouring into this fourth cup. And this is where you're kind of hesitating. You're like, well, it seems like a really good offer, but is it too good to be true? And it feels like maybe it's too early to tell. So yeah, with this Hermit, it feels like you need to like sort of stand back, and evaluate maybe a little bit closer. Maybe the whole thing is that you're using all of these mental faculties. What's missing here maybe is your intuition. Let's keep going. Yeah, we got the King of Swords twice. This is definitely taking a very mature look at something. Like, you've got life experience. You've been down a few roads. Like, this Knight of Cups is coming in with an offer, and this King of Swords knows how to make decisions that are mature, right? That are based in logic and reasoning, that, are not, you're not going to make this decision like lightly. In other words, you're really, really taking a hard look. So King of Swords is clarified by Queen of Swords, though. So this is pretty good match. This is a good match here. And then Death and the Star. So I feel like, this is you really coming into a very rational and a very logical, like, again, using your experience in life, looking at an offer very critically. Something has to end in order for something to begin. Scorpio season. So here's where I have you thinking about, okay, but this is a cup that's on offer. And is it going to lead me to my hopes and my dreams, the star? Is it going to lead me into what I'm currently desiring? What are you currently desiring? Maybe that's where a lot of this, thinking is coming from. And I feel like there's something at odds, though. Like, I feel like what you desire and what your emotions might want, I feel like your emotions are trying to catch up with your mind, because you are so logical, Gemini. I feel like you're in your right mind, right? Like, your logical nature is always going to come first. It's in your nature. Like, it's in your nature to be very discerning and to cut to the chase and to see right through things. Like, you're not anybody's fool. But I feel like your heart space is what kind of like lags behind a little bit. And I feel like, there's a little bit more of a childlike curiosity, and there's a little bit more of you not necessarily trusting in what your emotions are telling you. I think that that's the part of you, there's a little self-doubt there. And maybe there's something about this where, your hesitation when it comes to matter of the heart is what needs to transform, because until you can connect your mind with your heart, until you can connect into trusting and believing in that intuition, and yes, have a healthy skepticism, but not to the degree where you're willing to let an opportunity pass you by. Right? So I feel like this is the work that the universe is bringing to light to you. Definitely as we approach eclipse season, as we are definitely at the halfway point now in Scorpio season. There are opportunity, or there's at least one opportunity in front of you, and I think that opportunity involves transforming your desire, and recognizing what it is that you want, and that, opening your heart space, right? Opening up that channel to the divine, and allowing that to merge and to come into balance in the Six of Pentacles with your rational mind, right? Balancing your heart and your mind. That's kind of how I'm reading this. And that's going to bring you into your promised land. That's going to bring you into that next phase of life. Like the thing that you're almost scared to hope for. You're almost like hesitant to wish for it, right? Because it's unknown. It's unknown. And these things are scary because these are the things that, sometimes when we take a leap of faith on an emotional thing, it leaves us in that super vulnerable place, right? And it's like, do I trust myself to do it? Interesting. Okay, so the final card is this Artist card. Now, again, this is just in this Matt Hughes Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. He has 2 extra major arcana that he's added, and one of them is called the Artist, okay? This is Major Arcana 23, and this card talks about, like, taking a step back in your environment, right? And not allowing other people or other external things, like, influence your decisions. In other words, it's almost like Major Arcana 1, where you're the magician, right? Like, and in the magician, you have all the tools and the ability and the desire to take action to create this new, right? This new life. And in the Artist, which is the final Major Arcana, it's really trusting not in all of the things that you see external to you. It's not running to your neighbors and your friends, to your family, to your lover. It's not being influenced by social media and by the things that you see other people doing, or in anyone else's opinion or beliefs. It's really getting to know you. It's really understanding who you are and showing up as the artist of your life, right? Like you've been all the way through all the major arcana. By the time you get to number 23, you're an artist. You're an artist. You've been through all of this life experience. The King of Swords being one of the very last and most mature energies, right? And it leads you into a place of artistry. And this Artist is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. Right? So this is like having healthy boundaries. But having come all of this distance, right? Persisting because King of Cups, this is what you're going after. So you already have achieved this balance of the King and Queen of Swords, but there's still something left here for you to master, to become an artist over. And we have all of the swords now. We have the king, queen, knight, and page of swords, right, on the board. So, Gemini, this is a message. This is the message for you that in order for you to fulfill your destiny, to fulfill that star, to transform into the next phase of your life, it's going to require you to persist forward and to achieve this King of Cups. Yep, that's what it is. This is emotional mastery. This is trusting in you to make those decisions that are going to lead you here. And to know that you're capable of doing it. Like you know inside of your mind, but do you believe with your heart, right? Do you believe in your own worth and what you deserve and what is possible for your life? And are you taking action based on your own intuition, your own internal guidance system? I think the message is for you to make a decision not based on what anybody else says or what anybody else is doing or what the neighbors are doing or what your family thinks, or, this is really just blocking out everything in your external environment and really going within and really getting super clear and quiet with yourself and going into hermit mode to clear away all the clutter of your mind, right? To really come into an alignment between your head and your heart. Yeah, this is what I think the message is. So awesome. Let's go into the advice and see what else. We got the hummingbird, and it says, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joys on the way. Awesome. No commentary needed there. And friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And next to that is the leg up card. And both of these actually talk about the same sort of thing. And that is, we don't live life in a vacuum. And I just got done saying, look, you need to not really, worry about what other people are going to think and speak. But this is really saying, count who's important in your environment. That's our like small circle. Like, these are the people who we need to be discerning about, like who we're investing in, who are going to invest back in us, right? Like, when you have a new offer, when you have a new cup of love, a new opportunity for your own emotional fulfillment, consider, does that cup fall in this category? Is that opportunity, person, place, situation, or thing someone who you can count on to align with your values, to support you, and to go the distance with you? Because the fact of the matter is that we do need those people in our environment who are going to support us no matter what, like who are going to allow us the latitude to go through our journey and our death and our rebirth, right? And you're going to come out on the other side, and those people and places and situations are still going to be there for you. And they give you a leg up, right? They give you that boost that you need in those dark moments when you're unsure, when you feel vulnerable, when you feel like you don't know, what the future's going to bring. And there's something to be learned about that in this process. There's something here about that. About allowing something to come in and to give, and allowing yourself to receive it. And it definitely has to do with heart-centered things. So it definitely has to do with a place of love and you coming into this elevated King of Cups, heart-centered space. And lastly, as promised, I'm going to read from the Sahara Rose Yoga Path Oracle. You guys got Asana in the reverse. And so let me get the book here. And I love this. Let me show you actually. This is what it looks like. Okay, so you can see they give both upright and reversed interpretations. Isn't it beautiful? What a beautiful deck this is. I'm really enjoying this one. So this is Asana, 8 stages of yoga. Physical practice to sit in stillness, and you did get the reversed. It's time to take it to your mat. The mind has been in control for far too long, and it will never answer the question of your soul's calling. To talk to spirit, you must talk to its home, the body. The solutions are not outside of yourself. They are in this very temple you abide in. Through movement and breath, you create space between the inhales and exhales to discover your truth. The mind will tell you stories until the end of time. The body cannot. If it's been a while since you've done an asana yoga practice, consider this as a request from the spirit, reminding you to come back home to yourself. That's beautiful. Asana. All right, Gemini, that is your reading for the second week in November. I hope that it was helpful to somebody out there. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Would love to see you guys come back again for another reading. We will continue next week, our final week of Scorpio season, to see what the universe has. Talk to you then. Bye.